can be hard to find inspiration for what to cook for dinner after a long day's work. But one night of a longer cooking time and a little prep work can set you up for multiple nights of successful meals. Let's look at how we want to dive into doing this. I love starting with a simple recipe like a baked chicken. Roasted chicken is one of the easiest things you can do on an evening where you have a couple hours to spend. It's pretty hands-off and you get a big payoff. I love throwing this chicken in the oven, letting it roast for about 2 hours. And while you have the oven on, throw in some chopped up vegetables, right? So simple way to get whatever vegetables you like, chop them up, throw them on a baking sheet while that oven's already going, put them in there with the chicken. You will then have, at the end of a couple hours with so minimal prep, a fantastic protein to work with for not only that night's meal, but nights in the future, and lots of roasted vegetables. Right here I have sweet potatoes. I love zucchini, perfect time of year now for that, squash and onions. So I can chop those up very simply, throw them in the oven with some good avocado oil or even coconut oil. After you have that meal done, you are set up for success for a couple more nights, right? Why don't we turn that into take on a Chipotle chicken bowl, right? We have our leftover chicken and we're gonna load up a veggie loaded bowl with that protein that we already have. So we have our sweet potatoes that we roasted, right? So we may throw those in the bowl here, maybe even with some sauteed cauliflower rice, some fresh greens. I also put on some salsa and guacamole because that's where we get that true southern flair, right? And then I would just add that chicken right onto there. So maybe about 3 ounces right in the middle, and then we can mix it all up together, and then we add that flair. Again, guys, this is where you can get really customizable with your meal, whatever's in your pantry. I love black olives, so I'm gonna throw those black olives right on top. I chose some green onions, and then even some great shredded or shaved cheese of your choice if you can tolerate dairy. This can be a fantastic dinner to throw together with ingredients that you already have prepped. Takes no time at all. That's one example of what we can do with that leftover chicken that we made in one night and we can now have benefit from in other meals. And another classic example of how to use that chicken is in a soup, right? Chicken soup can be a wonderful healing food when made with a good bone broth and quality vegetables to give it that flavor, can season it to our liking. Really fantastic one to have for the entire family. Put a big pot of chicken soup on and have ready to go. And then, because we save so much time in the kitchen on these dinner meals, why don't we give ourselves a little treat, right? So something that feels good, it's nourishing to our body, very simple to throw together, and let's kick our feet up at the end of the day and enjoy it. It's one of my favorite little desserts, and I call it the Adrenal Healing Creamsicle. And the reason being is because it's a very balanced dessert that doesn't spike our blood sugar and really supports our adrenals, which are our energy-making organs in the body. And so what we do is, in order to prepare it, we need those 3 macronutrients. If you remember, those macronutrients are protein, carbohydrates, and fat. So in this instance, we're gonna get the protein from collagen peptides. I have about 2 scoops in here. And you may wonder why I'm holding a wine glass, because why not? I'm gonna enjoy this in a wine glass at the end of the day because it's fun and food should be fun, right? So all I'm gonna do, and you can shake this in another cup beforehand if you wanted and transfer it to wine glass. Sometimes people even freeze it and then have it as a frozen dessert. I just kind of throw everything in here. So 2 scoops of those collagen peptides as your protein. We then have 2 tablespoons of a heavy cream for your fat. Now, if you want a non-dairy option, just pick coconut cream and that will be wonderful as well. And then we do about 6 ounces of orange juice. Orange juice, preferably a cold pressed organic orange juice. is going to give us that creamsicle flavor, all right? And that is, the fats and those proteins in there are critical to help balance out that carbohydrate. And the final touch is a little bit of Himalayan pink sea salt. Sea salt is full of minerals, trace minerals that are really important for the entire body, and nourishing to those adrenals, or those energy-making organs in the body. And this is it, guys. Talk about simple, talk about doing a little prep beforehand with our main meal here to give us not only that Chipotle chicken bowl, we have great chicken soup left over, and then we have time to enjoy this adrenal creamsicle. And it's just, I hope you do make this, because it's one of my favorites. So that's it, guys. Enjoy.